Well, that was weird. Uh, I mean, if you're a Colorado fan, tonight had to be tough. And as a Dallas fan, I'm just gonna say I didn't get nervous for a moment watching this game. I didn't believe that Colorado had what it took to come back. Even when they were starting to generate chances, I still felt like it's strange. So we'll go through a little bit here first. So it's Ottinger versus Georgiev in this one again, because we know that's going to be the matchup in net. Drouin comes back into the lineup. And I thought, they missed Nichushkin, but Drouin coming back in the lineup should help. Help to offset the loss of Nichushkin, not from a goal scoring perspective, but just from a skill perspective. Caleb Jones was in, Devon Taves was out. I cannot pretend that Caleb Jones, Devon Taves, that there's any sort of evenness there, because there's not. The loss of Devon Taves is huge, and he's out with illness, which we've learned in these playoffs isn't necessarily illness. They're just, I think they found a new way around telling us what's actually going on. So maybe he's sick, maybe he's got a leg injury or back. We just don't know, right? So there was a good early back and forth. Trennan has a sharp angle shot that's blocked. Dodonov to steal with a near miss. Manson flattened Stankoven, but the shots are 2-0 Dallas at 4.5 minutes. And one thing that showed up early in this game was the Avs just couldn't find the net. So when they had a chance to hit the net, they fired wide. And when they didn't have that chance, Dallas is blocking them out. Dallas just defensively was fantastic. So Marchment's denied on a rush. The Avs then press at 6.5 minutes. Drouin tries the net feed. That gets blocked by Dallas. Teams trade turnovers. Things are pushy on a hold by Ottinger. Wasn't a lot of the spirit in this game. Like it was weird. So the shots are 3-2 for Dallas at the half. And I don't know, there just wasn't much emotion in this game. If I showed you this game and I didn't say this is a playoff game, you wouldn't guess that it was a playoff game. It didn't have that feel. Even though obviously this is a huge game for both teams, it felt very regular season-ish. There wasn't that amount of passion in the game. So Pavelski tries to bank one in off Georgiev. The Stars press after that. Stars end up drawing a power play. There's an early cycle. Ben's denied. More cycling. Robertson has a shot that's held. The Avs clear. Sagan then has a shot that's blockered aside. The Stars cycle. That power play is killed off. Dallas had chances. Georgiev very solid early. Keeps the game 0-0. And then Johnston fires one wide on a rush. So this kid's about to turn 21. And he's a superstar. Wyatt Johnston's absolutely fantastic. Single-handedly justifies Jim Nill being the general manager for a long time for Dallas as of yet. If they gave him a 6-year extension over his contract right now and said, the only reason we're giving to is because look at Wyatt Johnston, I'd be like, you know what, that checks out. So, Drouin has a rush chance that's blocked. We then get a power play for the Avs. And so this is a chance for Colorado, who had been outplayed badly to this point, to maybe sneak in a goal. However, at 15:37 on a turnover in their own zone, Colorado ends up paying for it. Johnston with the shorthanded goal from Steele. Sam Steele had another good game tonight. I'm glad he got on the board. He would get on the board with a goal later. It's 1-0 for Dallas. Stars then prevent a setup. You get the Boo Birds out a bit. You could feel that the Avs fans are getting kind of frustrated. That power play's killed off. Doesn't generate anything. And of course, there's a shorthanded goal too. So I get why Avs fans will be a little ornery. And when I watch these games in the playoffs and I see a home team with a flat effort, all I think to myself is, how much money did the tickets cost for people who were in that lower bowl there? So Sagan misses one wide on a net drive. The Stars press after. Lehkonen hits a post in close as the Avs wake up late. And what we've learned is a post is just like a goal. It's not, but anyway, that's based on the whole news thing I did a little earlier tonight. But yeah, so the Avs wake up late, but the thing is, it's only 1-0 game. So as long as the Avs can get some momentum, well, Manson mugs Ben after Ben can't bury a buzzer beater, and so we have 4-on-4 to start the second period. And Ben burying a buzzer beater, I'm kind of surprised I was able to get that out like that without messing it up. So as much as I misspeak, if you give me a tongue twister, I'll probably nail it. No idea why. It's one of those stupid human tricks I can do. So it's 1-0 Dallas after one. Second period, Johnston has a rush chance that's saved, as is the Wyatt Johnston show. I've already decided the next pet that we get is going to be named Wyatt. I don't care what kind of pet it is. Robertson has a shot that's blockered aside. The Stars press are kept to the outside. The shots are 2 apiece at 3.5 minutes. So the Avs already equaling the shots they had in the first period, and I thought they had a much better start to that second period. Again, it's only a 1-0 game at this point. If the Avs can find their game, they've got that chance, but they never really found their game tonight. So there's a near miss for Trennan on a rush. The Dallas Stars then draw a power play. There's an early cycle. Near miss for Johnston. That's cleared. Stars overpassing. Guilty of overpassing during that power play. Looking for the perfect shot, which of course drives any fan nuts. Pavelski has a shot that saved. Lehkonen was minus a stick, and immediately Dallas attacks that side of the ice. Smart move, because it's 5-on-3.5 at that point, and Johnston buries one on a sharp angle. It was a nice pass that sets him up. Robertson and Haskin with the assists at 5:46. And 7.5 minutes into this period, the shots are 6-2 for Dallas. So now Colorado's stuck on 2 shots, and now they're behind 2-0 as well. So this game just starts going in the wrong direction again for Colorado. Avs are missing the net wide, and I don't know if they were trying to paint the corners. Maybe Ottinger's been frustrated and they're trying to get too fine with those shots, but they just weren't hitting the net. This is where the announcers let us know that Hintz had an upper body injury. They said he may not return, and he didn't. Now, he took a cross-check earlier in the game, which I don't think that cross-check was called, but either way, Hintz was out. I think it's his back. So we'll see whether or not he's ready to play for Game 5. Considering where the series is, honestly, if they decide to hold him out for Game 5 for precautionary reasons and just get him ready for the next series, that might make some sense, because it definitely feels like they're going to be in the next series, the conference final. So, Avs press at 8.5 minutes. Manson's denied. Stankoven has a 3-on-2 chance that's blocked out. Then it's a post and out for Smith. So Craig Smith hits a post there. Things are pushed on a hold by Georgiev. And then at 11:24, Heiskanen puts a point shot past a screen, and it goes just off Georgiev's shoulder into the net. Stankoven and Heiskanen with the assists. Wasn't Heiskanen with the assist? Let me double check on that one. All right, yeah, I fixed it. It's Robertson. I was thinking that too. Like, it's probably, son. I know what I was writing it in. I was like, these names all seem very similar. Heiskanen, Stankoven, Robertson. But anyways, Dallas is up 3-0. And while in previous games in this series, Game 1 and Game 2, Dallas gets out to a big lead and Colorado came back. In the back of my mind, I'm like, Colorado's not coming back tonight. And my mind didn't change at 12:35 when Mittelstadt, as a result of a good forecheck by the Avs, they get on the board. It's Mittelstadt from Drouin, and it's just one of those plays where he buries it in close. It's a turnover. I don't think Ottinger was completely set. They catch him out of position. It's 3-1 now in favor of Dallas, and it woke up the fans. It's the first time the fans are really into this since it was a scoreless tie in the first. And then the Avs look for another. And again, they're still dangerous. I mean, yes, they're without Nichushkin, they're without Taves, but there's still a lot of good players on this team. Lehkonen has a rush chance that's caught and held. Dodonov has a net drive chance that's held as well. Teams exchange rushes. Drouin has a sharp angle shot that's saved. Teams then trade turnovers. A little bit of puck issue in that late in that second period. Stars press with 3 minutes left. The Avs press in the final minute. So after 2 periods of play, it's 3-1. And ESPN really rooting for a comeback again. So third period, did we get the comeback? Well, the fans boo a hand pass call. This is when you can tell how much the fans are into it. When the fans are booing a play that's not really a big deal. So if they're booing an offside call, in this case they're booing a hand pass by the Avs in the neutral zone, that's when you tell the fans are really hyped up. Like, how dare you, offside boo, like that kind of thing. So McKinnon fires one wide on a net drive. McKinnon had a rough night. He did. He had a rough night. He had trouble hitting the net, and when he did, Ottinger was there. Holy fake reverse retro Batman. I put that on the board. Why? Because that reverse retro, it's the Avs reverse retro. It's the Quebec Nordiques one. I mean, I've seen some fakes, but man, almost broke my TV with how wrong the colors were. The Avs had the only shot on net 2.5 minutes in. I think it's funny because people will say, well, they're a lot cheaper than a normal jersey. Right, but how much were those tickets behind the bench? A lot of money. So anyways, all right. I just always find that funny when people that pay hundreds of dollars for tickets are like, I'm not paying $50 for a Nordiques jersey, though I'd rather pay $50 for the fake. All right, that being said, all that set aside and all that. Makar has a blast that's kicked aside. Hintz didn't return, as I said earlier. McKinnon has a screenshot that's held. He's then denied again. It's another hold by Ottinger. He was in the head of McKinnon by the end of the night. I think shots are 5-0 for the Avs at 5 minutes. So they had their opportunities. As Stars are forced to ice the puck as well. And then Dodonov on a 2-on-1. He can't bury it in close. I thought he overhandled it a little bit. And then the Avs press at 8.5 minutes. But then the Stars press back and they score. It is Dodonov burying one in close, Marchment and Heiskanen with the assists at 9:27, and that just takes the crowd right out of it. That's where the crowd is just completely out of this game. The Avs press with 9.5 minutes left, but the Stars are blocking. The shots are 11-4 for Colorado with 8 minutes left. The Stars forechecking leads to some pressure for them with 7.5 minutes left. I love when a team tries to protect the lead by playing at the other end of the ice. That's a good strategy. Then the Avs get a power play with 6:38 left. Tanev disagreed, but Tanev had just prevented a goal. So I don't mind that Tanev gets a penalty for taking the net off. I didn't think he necessarily did it on purpose, but it's fine. He had just prevented a goal. I was sure that puck was in, too. I was kind of surprised a horn didn't sound. But they cycle. Makar fires one wide. Rantanen's denied. More cycling. McKinnon fires one wide. Puck's cleared out. Walker then has a shot that deflects out. That power play's killed off. No shots on net. So while I have Rantanen being denied, apparently it wasn't a shot at the net. So yeah, that's unusual. Goalie pull happens with 3.5 minutes left. Things are pushy on a hole by Ottinger. The Stars ice it with 2:49 left, and then at 18:10, Steele gets the empty net goal. Johnston and Sagan with the assists. Announcer's a little surprised he didn't give it back to Wyatt Johnston so he could have the hat trick just in time for his 21st birthday. But I don't think Johnston minded. It's the playoffs. You just want to get that win. And Steele gets his first goal of the playoffs, which I had hoped for in the preview this morning. And so Dallas with a 5-1 win. They're up 3-1 in the series. They can wrap this up when they go home. And I get the feeling they will. The Avs were completely out of sorts. So they're going to have to turn this around. I think they were rattled by Nichushkin being out of the lineup, by that revelation. Maybe they were rattled as well by Taves being out. It just threw off their defense. But either way, Dallas dominated that first period. 16-2 were the shots. In the second period, 12-11 Dallas. In the third period, the shots were 14-6 for Colorado. The final shots, 34-27 for Dallas. I thought they were closer than necessarily, if you were watching the game, you'd feel like they should be. Power plays, 1 for 2 for Dallas, 0 for 2 for Colorado. The hits, 45-20 for Colorado, because Dallas had the puck a lot of the night. Ottinger saves 26 out of 27. Georgiev saves 29 out of 33. And that's the quietest I've heard a crowd in Denver in a long time. I even said to Yvonne, because she watched the game in here with me, I said, I think this might be the worst game I've seen Colorado play all season. Just and because of the timing, they're down 2-1. They're at home. They've got to tie the series going back to Dallas. And Dallas handled them. So if you're an Avs fan, you have the built-in reason that Nichushkin's out and Taves is out. If you're a Stars fan, you can look at this game and say, you know what? They handled Colorado. Whatever's going on in their roster, what it is what it is. I did think it was weird that Leah Hextall talks to Alain Nasruddin, the assistant coach for Dallas, and asks him about the Nichushkin thing and Nichushkin. And his answer is, we're here to win a game. We were the best road team in the NHL. That's what we're here to do. I just thought that was odd. It's odd to ask them, what do you think about this guy being out for the other team? They're not there to feel bad about the other guy being out. They might wish him the best and hope he gets his life in order, but they're there to win the game, right? So for Dallas, really convincing victory tonight. Again, I had absolutely zero concern. And this series definitely looks like it's not done, because we've seen like Carolina come back and make a series out of things with the Rangers. The Avs are capable of that, but I just don't feel like it's that likely. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the series goes. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. And my magic number is 3. A combination of 3 wins by Dallas and Vancouver. I could get Dallas and Vancouver in the conference final, which would be weird, because that would be the first time in this channel's existence that 2 teams that I cheer for have been against each other in the playoffs. It's an interesting experience. We'll see if that's where things go. Again, the Avs are not out. So I don't want to make it sound like the Avs are done and they're out. They didn't show up tonight. By the time they showed up, Dallas was playing their game. Dallas was very confident. And I didn't feel like, once that 3-1 goal went in, I still thought, yeah, Dallas isn't allowing 4 goals tonight. They didn't even allow 2. So thank you guys so much for all your support. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, please do. I will talk to you again soon.